Just a few hours from now, the 88th Texas legislature is going to adjourn. And before they leave, the Texas State Senate expected to set a trial date for Ken Paxton. Yesterday, the Texas House impeached the three-term attorney general, something he's calling politically motivated. Political reporter Jack Fink looks at how top Republican leaders are reacting to the impeachment and the impact that may have going forward.
Should the Speaker voting aye.
Before the Texas House voted overwhelmingly to impeach Ken Paxton, immediately suspending him from his duties, both former President Donald Trump and Texas Senator Ted Cruz issued statements supporting the Attorney General. The question is, how much of an impact will that have on Republican members of the Texas Senate, who will be among those to decide whether to convict and remove Paxton permanently? Dr. Joshua Blank is the research director of the Texas Politics Project at UT Austin.
Well, I think that's the million-dollar question right now. I mean, ultimately, the senators are going to have to deal with the evidence when placed before them, but they're also going to have to deal with the fact that the President of the United States and a very, very, very popular politician among Texas Republicans has come out in defense of Ken Paxton.
Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick has reportedly said while he will preside over the Paxton impeachment trial in the Senate, he won't vote. But Blank says Trump's statement is interesting, given how close he is to the lieutenant governor.
The lieutenant governor is one of the former president's closest advisors here in Texas, and it's hard to imagine that the former president of the United States wouldn't have made a statement in support of Ken Paxton without the lieutenant governor being aware of it, if not endorsing it.
One unanswered question: will Paxton's wife, Senator Angela Paxton of McKinney, recuse herself from the trial? Trump also issued a statement calling out Governor Greg Abbott, who's remained silent on the Paxton impeachment, saying, quote, "Missing in action. Where is the governor of Texas on his attorney general's impeachment?"
It's really not surprising, because I think for the most part, most people, most Republicans in the state do not want to touch this with a 10-foot pole at the moment.
But the 5 Republican House members representing Collin County, where Paxton is based, did take this issue on and all voted to impeach him. In a joint statement, the Republicans said, quote, "This was an incredibly difficult vote." But then they also said, quote, "It became clear to us that sufficient evidence indeed exists to vote to commend articles of impeachment to the Texas Senate for a full trial." Representative Justin Holland is one of the 5 Republicans.
The top law enforcement official in the state of Texas should be above reproach, and we can do better.
So if nothing else shows that his position is significantly weakened even locally in his base.
Is the brand tarnished, the Paxton brand?
I think it's too early to tell. I mean, obviously, being impeached is a big event. Is it tarnished with the core constituency of Republicans and conservative Republican voters? And if so, and if that is the case, I think that many of his defenders are going to get a lot quieter a lot quicker.
But in the short term, the next step is the Senate will have to set a date for the Paxton impeachment trial. At the Texas Capitol, Jack Fink, CBS News, Texas.
Jack left a message with Senator Paxton's Senate office. As of now, he has not heard back. We also didn't hear back from Governor Abbott's office, seeking comment there. If you want to watch Jack's full interview with Joshua Blank, we've got it up on our website, cbsnewstexas.com. You just scroll down to the section marked Jack Fink Interviews.